الخير. My name is Lulwah Alsoudairy. I am the CEO and co-founder of Artistia.com. Artistia is a social marketplace to buy directly from artists and designers in the Middle East. It's also a platform where artists and designers can collaborate with one another and help each other grow.
What do you think were the most critical success factors throughout your journey?
I would say I truly believe there are a lot of great ideas, but there are very few good executions of ideas. And how to execute an idea is to find the right team. If you don't, you will roam around yourself. You will go in a loop and never do whatever you want to do. We had some team members who actually were hindering the productivity of the team. So we had to face them and say, okay, it's either you adjust or you just leave, you know? So I would say that is the most important thing. It's about having a leadership team and not having just a team who just, do what they do. It's about being a leader. It's about being an entrepreneur. It's about, each one of us is an entrepreneur. We shouldn't look at ourselves as followers or as, okay, I'll just do whatever they tell me. If there's something I learned in Babson, I've learned two things. One is take action. Stop planning and take action. Just do whatever step gets you closer to whatever you want to do. In my case, I went up to people, I started talking, I saw who was interested in this idea. People responded, like my co-founders. I didn't just say, oh, I have a job for you and I'm looking for co-founders. I just went around and looked for people, talked with people, saw who interested. For example, Lena, I went to a lot of events. One of them is a McKinsey recruitment event. And I just went there for fun. I wasn't serious about applying. And I met a lot of brilliant people there. Really, if you want to meet good candidates, go to these companies. You will find good candidates. Go to the recruitment events, see who's there. They're all brilliant. So I met Lena there and I talked to her and she was interested. She's like, oh no, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not even serious. So you would find people like you who are looking for other opportunities. The second thing is ask for forgiveness and not permission. I used to do things and then say, oh, please forgive me. I did this because I believed in this and I hope you understand. And usually most of the time they do. Let's say for example, you want to do something and you think it will be better for whatever business you do or whatever relationship you're in. You go do it and then you say, oh, I think this is the case, because if you ask for permission, it would take a lot of time. It just take a lot of time. I know a lot of cases here where a lot of people had difficulties in getting a business license, but they started operating anyways. And whenever they get asked, oh, why don't you have a license? They're like, please forgive me. It's taking too long. I don't have to stop my whole business just because it's taking too long, at the end of the day. So does that help? Okay. Are you all business school students? I do see some familiar faces. I would say that do something that you're really passionate about. It doesn't have to be business. If you're passionate about being an artist, go be an art resident somewhere. And there are a lot of programs in London, in Dubai, that would love to have you. You don't have to stick to your degree. And if you are passionate about business, try doing something of your own. Before joining businesses here, it's very easy to always find a job. Trust me, especially if you have a degree from such a good institution. It's always easy. It's hard to start your own business. And I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying that because it's a challenge. And I'm sure you're here in Dar al-Hikmah because it's a challenge. You didn't choose like other institutions. because it was easy to go into there and it's easy to study the program. No, you chose the challenging way, and I'm sure you want to challenge yourself and do something that you never thought about doing. And I would say another piece of advice is that I learned late, and I didn't really learn it here, is to find the mentor. Find somebody who you look up to. It can be your dad, your brother, your uncle, a business person, a businesswoman. Just find her and have her sit with you an hour each week. Talk by phone or face to face. Tell her about your idea, tell him about your idea, discuss it, see if there are any, by having mentors, that's a huge plus. Just sitting and listening to them. I don't have to argue with them and say, no, you're wrong and you're old and you don't understand. No, that's that's not the way, because they tried it, they've been there, they've done that. Yes, they were at a different age, but it doesn't mean that their advice expired. So I would say find a mentor, find somebody who you look up to. You can go on LinkedIn and just search and see any appealing profile and just say, hey, do you want to go for coffee? I would love to talk and get advice. No, really, I know it's weird here, but in the States it's so much easy, and I've learned to do that as well. I was like, what? I asked somebody out for coffee? That's weird. What would I say anyways? But I learned it there, and I had to do it anyways, because that's how you network. So I would say just try that. It's fun anyways. You go, you learn about that person. If you like that person's way of thinking, then say, are you open to, for example, set each week or set a date each 2 weeks or each month to talk about this business that I just discussed with you, or this idea, or this project. You can always implement. If you don't want to start your own thing, you can always start a new project in the institution you belong to. Let's say you are working in company X. You can always be an entrepreneur inside that company. You can always start new things. And that's where truly ask for forgiveness and not permission gets implemented. Because if you do go ahead and do whatever you want to do, and you say, this is a big problem. Let's say, I'm going to give a really bad example, but let's say the courier companies here, I hate their service. And I would join one of these companies just to change their service. That's an idea. You can just say, hey, I want to improve the customer service, I want to improve whatever, and you can always do that there. So I hope that helps.